P-H-Y-L-L-I-S.
T-E-S-S-I-E-R?
Yeah, P-H-Y-L-L-I-S.
P-H-Y-L, okay, that I got, so we're
Is that
at
like a
5,
philodendron?
we're good.
All right.
Is that like the philodendron?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
all's
Okay.
up, ready to go, we're all ready to go, public input. Anything on your mind, Max?
Nope, not today.
Okay,
Okay.
very well then, we'll move on to the approval of the July 17 minutes.
The only thing I saw, and it's moot right now, is Archer Mayor, which is actually spelled M-A-Y-O-R, not M-E-Y-E-R.
M-A-Y?
M-A-Y-O-R,
M-A-Y-O-R.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, with minor, with the, with the name changes.
Doing a great job.
Yeah, right, they all say that.
So sometimes we actually meet. Okay, nothing else other than that?
I didn't see it.
Those in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, treasurer's report.
Nothing special this month.
That's this here?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's the first page, Phyllis, is the general fund.
Okay.
And then we keep the building account separate on the second page. And then we also track donation money, which is on the third page, which is monies we receive in that's not part of the town budget.
Okay. Gonna be all new to me.
It's all right, any questions, don't hesitate.
So the last one, meaning, is this gifts to the library from certain specific individuals or memorials or that type of thing?
Everything, everything that comes in that's not from the town.
Okay.
For instance, in January, there's a big number, well, that's when the Friends of the Library do their annual
Okay.
wish list
Mhm.
money.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's donations, like when they do the book and author luncheons, people make donations for the lunch, you know,
Okay.
so anything. When, people use the copier and pay,
That's on the third
here.
page.
Yeah,
So the second page then again is,
building fund only.
okay. Yep.
We are, okay. Motion to accept. Favor aye?
Hey.
Opposed, none? Librarian's report.
Okay. That's this one. Well, let's see. We got 23 new patrons in July, following up on 20 in
Turn it over,
June.
please.
Oh, yes, patronage on the other side, sorry. That
Wow.
was 10 resident adults, 1 adult non-resident, 11 seasonal residents, and 1 youth. So we're doing really well in the patronage department. Museum passes went out like crazy in July, no surprise there. The passes to the state parks and are getting good use, which is
Oh,
nice,
good.
'cause that's new this year. Heavy database usage, as usual,
She
people,
flipped back over.
sorry, yeah, sorry, Circ on one side and patronage on the other.
Okay.
People, there are a lot of people who come in to do genealogy research in the summer especially.
Wow.
And that's what that is. Let's see. And for some reason, even in all this lovely weather, lots of people were watching movies in July.
The Red Sox are out of town for a while.
I guess that must be the explanation. I think that's it for statistics. Let's see, here's my other notes. we're collecting now the end of the reading program donations. And every item on that table represents a book read by a child this summer. And there's more coming in today. We'll have the wrap up tomorrow and send it all to the Humane Society. So that's been successful. The raffle exhibit is all up and running. I had to go buy another dozen mason jars this year. So there's over 40 items out there, which is really quite remarkable. And we've already taken in over $500. And that will be up.
Can you explain that?
Yes,
again?
this is our annual fundraiser for the building fund that we do in August. Last year we didn't do it because we had the auction, but every other year people donate crafts or something from a collection or a basket or something, and we have it up all August and raffle it off. And this year it will be up until September 9th, which is the Friends annual meeting. We'll do the drawing after that at 1 o'clock.
That's some really good stuff.
Yes, there's some excellent stuff out there this year.
And what appears to be more profitable, that auction or?
Well, the auction took in $12,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's bigger, obviously.
Yeah, we'll do a couple.
But it's a big undertaking to do.
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, it was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun.
And thank you very much for donating that fire truck ride. You know, that was
Oh,
really
well,
generous
yeah.
of you guys.
That was fun, it was good.
I had an email from the oil people, because we still don't have a contract, saying that their office manager is out on vacation this week. So hopefully next week we'll be getting something from them to sign. And hopefully we'll have a boiler to put the oil in.
Well, we have, we had a leak
Oh,
in the ceiling out in the main building, and we found the leak, and we're just waiting. The plumber who found the leak has the parts to fix it, but he's also said he was on vacation this week.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting for him to show up. Every time I see him, I browbeat him a little bit.
I'm
So,
sure you do.
Rest assured, it'll be taken care of by the time we need a boiler. It's not gonna be this week.
So, and then the library, you do a contract for your oil? You just don't do it?
Well,
You-
this is a new company. Last year, the library switched to Carroll County Oil because the town did, and they gave everyone a really good price.
Okay.
So.
Vastly superior to what we were paying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had no, it was a no-brainer for us on that one.
And we're just not on the town's contract because the trustees are the ones who are responsible for the library, so they need to sign a contract for the library.
So Skip, did you want a copy of those?
Is it gonna be the same rate though as the town?
No, it's actually less. Oh, it's the same rate as the town, yes.
Yeah.
Same rate as the
Yeah,
town.
we fall under the umbrella of the town, but we pay the,
I think that's everything I have.
Okay.
Oh, I've been.
Circulation for July?
Yes, yeah, July and August are usually our busiest months. We get a few extra people in here. I have been doing the PR for Old Home Days, and we've got tickets out now for our program, part of that. And I just confirmed with the author yesterday, and Vicki Zimmerscheid is going to cater that breakfast.
Oh, nice.
now, be on the lookout in the mail for the humanities check. I got
Right.
the historical one yesterday.
Did you?
Came,
Okay. Yeah, well, they
so
say 2 weeks before, so it should be
Right.
maybe today.
I was kind of surprised to have gotten it already, but it was either
Yeah, I pulled out
Monday or
theirs.
yesterday.
I pulled
that I
out their
got
stuff
that
to
one.
look at it, and it
And I
said they
mean,
send it
it's the
2
same.
weeks. Yeah, it is.
Well, a day apart.
Yeah, a
but-
day apart.
Mhm.
So.
All right, well, it should be here soon.
And then, what I need from you is total mileage, because we only get the 50 from humanities, we have to make up the difference.
I don't think there was a difference. He's only coming from Meredith.
Oh,
I told
okay.
them, the check should be for the entire amount that I put in the grant, I believe.
Oh, I agree, but the entire amount you put in like for us, I think it calculated to, I think it was $58. But
The-
I got a check for $250, so the Historical Society has to make up that $8.
I don't-
But if you're only coming from Meredith,
Yeah,
then,
well, he has to take a boat from his island to the landing, but, but yeah.
so
I-
whatever you put in
Is
is
what the check will
what
be.
he will get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
fine, okay.
So can you explain the participation of the library during the home days?
The library is, the Friends of the Library are sponsoring a book and author
Do you
breakfast.
have the flyers out here?
Yes,
Go get one.
on Saturday morning, just to be a part of the whole celebration.
Okay.
So we're doing, the author is Hal Lyon, who lives in Meredith, and he wrote a book called Angling in the Smile of the Great Spirit, 6 centuries of master anglers on Lake Winnipesaukee or something like that. He, his book won an award for outstanding sports writing when it was published, and he's going to come and tell whoppers, and including some local ones. There's a story about Nanny Crane's in that book,
Oh,
so I
Okay.
think we'll hear some local whoppers too.
thank you.
So that's Saturday morning, and the only other thing that's going on at the same time is the 5K. So hopefully there won't be too much overlap in audiences, in participants.
You don't have to worry
What
about
time
that.
does
I
it start?
know. 9 o'clock.
This is 9, I think we're starting at 7 up there.
Yes.
Well, registration is at 7,
Yeah.
walk
Yeah.
at 8, run at 8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't take very long.
So anyway, that's what's
I'm
happening.
planning
with
to
that.
leave, get here.
So maybe if you have your bagels and pastries outside on a table.
Not happening.
They'll come back after
Not
the run.
happening. No, this is a ticket-only event because
Oh,
we're
of
so
space.
limited by space and Vicky.
Okay. Ready, Christie?
Yep, that's
Okay.
it.
New business, number 1. As you are all undoubtedly aware, the Monday Selectmen's meeting, they voted to rescind their original vote to fund the SMP work to study the addition to the library. This was based on notification
No,
from the
this
trust
is-
funds referencing a 2010 town warrant article that said that capital reserve funds could be used for new buildings, but not for an addition. So they said they weren't going to be able to pay it. Kind of came out of left field, and would have been nice to know a little bit in advance of where we are, that they were not going to be, that this was not going to happen, but at this juncture, that's water over the dam. So we are faced with a situation where SMP has done a certain amount of work for us. The Selectmen, I believe, said they had options that, just don't pay them for a while, or hold off paying them until a vote at town meeting. Personally, I think that's an absolutely untenable situation. I mean, we asked them to do the work.
They did the work.
They have done the work that we've asked for them here to date, and I think we should pay them. Now, I'm thinking about this. My thought is that all the money that's in the capital reserve fund, if we are successful in a vote, is going to go to the plan. All the money in our own private funds is going to go to the plan. So therefore, the plan is the pair of pants. And all we're doing is talking different pockets.
Yep.
So
How much is the bill?
we have outstanding bills right now for
$10,879.50.
$10,879.50.
Okay, so they did not, quote, use their originally estimated 16.5 yet.
no,
Not yet,
not yet.
Okay.
This is as of the latest invoice is July 31st.
Okay, so So the money market would cover this?
Yes.
Because I had the 16 in my mind and came here all prepared with suggestions, which,
Well, we're gonna be discussing that because,
Okay.
you know, obviously, we do have money in the money market to cover what we're gonna be doing now.
yeah,
The question is, how are we going to fund
Going
going
forward.
forward?
How much more are we talking about going forward?
Well, we're going to have obviously, we're going to have at least one more meeting with them.
Yeah,
There might be some minor revisions before we make the final decision, but figuring at the outside, we're talking probably another $5,000 to
Yeah.
get us to, or less than $5,000, to get us to the 16,000 plus figure that we had originally discussed. So we still have money in the money market.
I mean, there'll be 1,500 left when we pay this.
Yeah,
yeah, you also have, of course, the fidelity money, nothing wrong with selling at a market high. And you can-
Right.
Well, that's
you
it.
can- You can also grab the interest without breaking the CD from that giant CD.
Oh,
That'd be a couple thousand, I imagine.
yeah.
yeah.
I guess my feeling, and we could also quote loan it from the general fund.
Well-
Rather than not.
But we don't know when we would, until a vote is made, when would we quote repay it. So my feeling is the fidelity, we've done well this year.
I'm not agreeing.
Well, did we not take a vote that we were not going to use our money, that we were gonna petition the selectmen to do this?
We did.
Yes. So,
No,
do
we
not?
voted to ask them.
Right, and they agreed to do that.
We
So,
did.
Yes.
I think we're back to square one with this. Because you're saying this is the same pants, just different pockets. No, it's your pants on my pants, is the way I look at it. All right?
Well, I don't think we want that
Well,
divide.
The point of the matter is that they have, that based on that warrant article, okay, they have made a decision that
can,
they can't pay it.
can someone, do we have a copy of that warrant article?
Yes,
We
I
have-
happened
yeah.
to bring that,
Good.
just throw
I
it
couldn't
away.
get it, and I.
It's the
my
bottom of that
computer
page and the beginning of the next one.
Zippo.
I mean,
The words are quite straightforward. I mean, I think the intent was that, for whatever library purposes, but the words are what the words are, so there you are.
I mean, for $1.70 a month in interest in the money market account, the bottom line is, when all is said and done, it's one pot of money, and we're losing the least amount
Well, whatever.
on the money market.
Well, obviously, well, that's what the initial
Oh,
amount
yeah,
has to
yeah,
be.
And I mean,
I'm just thinking about, you know, the $4,000 or
You know, and
$5,000 more.
we don't have July's end of month capital reserve fund balance, but, you know, going quarter to quarter, that's decent gains. Fidelity is decent
It's
gains.
2010.
Why not use quote dead money?
Well, that's where it would come from. But as,
Well,
go ahead.
I guess my feeling about this is that the town has voted 3 times. 60% of the town has voted in favor of a new library building. And now we're taking money that people have donated for a new library building to do an addition. And
Yeah, but
I just feel, this is how I feel about it. I'm not, I know that it sounds like it's all the same money, but I feel like we've been pushing for a new library building, and now we asked the selectmen to give us this money. This was a contingency warrant article, from what I understand, that we were gonna build a new library, that was our only option at that time. Well, now we have different options. You know, and I'm not saying that, I would like to go back to the selectmen and say, will you take it out of the unrestricted fund balance temporarily? So that we're not taking the money that people have donated. I mean,
Christie, correct me if I'm wrong, but the quote building fund monies, trustees building fund monies, go way back to an addition.
Yeah, that's right, they do.
It's not new building fund, it's a building fund
Right,
account.
I understand that,
It's
Marcia,
not
but I think,
specified for a new building on our part, on the trustees' monies.
but I think within the last 10 years, people have been thinking that it was going to be a new building, not another addition to the library. And I'm playing the devil's advocate, I just want people to be clear that now we're changing our plans, and, well, we haven't even voted to change our plans. And once again, we're putting more money. We've got 2 existing plans for this, a new building, and now we've got a 3rd set of plans that we paid for. And we don't have a building yet, and we have a 60% vote in favor of a new library.
Cost of doing business.
We could have had a 60% vote for an addition as well. The point of the matter is that we have outstanding bills that need to be paid,
All right,
okay?
I'm
And,
just,
I don't think it's right, I don't think it's fair.
it isn't right and it
to
isn't
leave
fair.
To leave our vendors hanging
That's right.
because there was miscommunication in the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law. The spirit of the law says that this was the capital reserve funds would go for library expansion. New building, addition, either one,
Right.
okay? But if the letter of the law says that we can only do it, then I think we have to take the money out of these funds that we have in hand.
So, okay, because I don't
That's
understand
fine.
any of this. Number 13 says, shall the town vote to rescind the authorization of $100,000 in the warrant Article 7 from the March 2006 annual meeting for the purpose of preliminary site work and design of an expansion. These funds are non-lapsing until 2011. Said unexpected funds 85.3 are to be transferred to the municipality's general fund. This warrant is contingent on Article 12 passing. So you're saying that Article 12 passed,
Yes, and that was
Right.
for a new building.
and that, so although 13 says for the preliminary site work and design of an expansion, number 12 did not put that word in.
That's right.
And so because of that, the town is saying they are not obligatory to
They,
pay
it's not,
any,
it's not a question of obliged to, don't have the ability to, based on that warrant article.
Well, they do have the ability, they can vote again to take those funds from someplace else. And I would like to ask them to do that. And pay them out of the unexpended fund balance.
and so nothing has changed since 2010,
On this one.
according to
No.
this.
No.
Right. So I'm gonna make the motion that we ask the selectmen, we go back to the selectmen and ask them to take the payment for SMP out of the unexpended fund balance and not to reduce it. And if they can't use the capital reserve, that they should just take it out of the unexpended fund balance and pay the bills that they voted to pay. And I know they voted to pay it out of the capital reserve.
So I understand what
Should
you're
we-
saying,
Yeah.
but I'm also thinking that
I'm
if
sorry,
we-
I'm sorry. You've made a motion.
Right.
Is there a second?
If you second the motion, then it can be open for discussion. It can't be discussed until it's seconded.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not pressuring you to second
Well,
it.
she
No,
can't.
well, she can't.
She
You
can't.
No,
and
that's
I
right.
can't, because
Yeah,
that's
as
right.
alternates,
She
we
can't.
can't.
Only Paul and I can.
Right.
I will second it for purposes of discussion. However, the time lag between the selectmen making a decision on that, when's the date of the first invoice, Christie?
June 8th.
Okay, so,
Or 2 months.
2 months into it.
so we are in arrears by 30 days to start with. And,
But
SMP is,
technically, we're not in arrears at all.
yes,
we are,
We are.
they're working on our behalf
They're working on the
regardless of the
library's behalf.
technicalities.
Okay.
I mean, Gordon sat here at our last meeting, picked up the phone and called them, and they reacted. I mean,
Is this discussion open to anybody in the public, or?
No, at this juncture, no.
Okay.
I agree with Gordon, that's what I was going to say, that if you go ahead and ask the town, it still doesn't resolve the fact that work has been completed and unpaid. And so whether we go ahead, or you go ahead and try the money market to pay that invoice and still proceeding to go back to the selectmen with the knowledge that we've paid through our money market, and they have to be aware of that. I don't know if that's
No, that's a good point.
worth it or not, but I feel that an outstanding invoice for work, you don't want to make them have to wait any longer.
I don't see this is worth the fight. I mean,
It's not.
certainly, I
Well,
just don't think it's worth the fight.
That's fine, call the motion, it's fine with me. I'm just telling you how I feel about this.
I agree with you, it's a legalistic way to thwart really the will of the town, but that's the way it is, so.
So. Okay, the motion on the floor is as presented. All those in favor?
You're not gonna vote for your own motion?
Hold on,
We're voting on your motion here.
oh, okay, aye.
Mary votes aye. Paul?
Sadly, no.
I vote no.
Okay, aye.
I would now make a motion.
Oh,
I would now make a motion that we take money from our money market fund to pay outstanding balances to SMP. And further, okay, I'll leave the motion at that.
Through a specific date for
Through
this
the outs-
particular,
What we have outstanding balance, right? just
Outstanding
today.
balances.
as of today.
I will second that.
Okay, discussion on that motion. As I say, this came and hit us a little bit all out of left field, but there's still about.
And I think with the balance we'll have in the money market and other options, my opinion would be we to vote, as you've done your motion for this balance. As new invoices come in,
We can revisit
we'll deal
them.
with them at each
Separately.
meeting
Yes.
separately.
Further discussion? Very well, all those in favor, aye. Those opposed?
present.
You gonna abstain?
Abstaining.
Okay.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay.
This is the only original that I have. There's a copy of it in here.
Oh,
Everything else
you
is
keep-
copies.
Okay.
No, they all got passed along. This one just came yesterday, so there's a copy of it in here, but I don't have any other original invoices. I
No,
don't
we
know.
gave all the originals back to the town.
I have copies in here.
Oh, okay. Do you want to keep this for
No.
you? Okay. I see what you said.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have a copy of this.
All right,
whole
I
package.
will get this in the mail, if not today, then tomorrow.
Now, I believe the second should have been the third should have been second on the agenda, and I apologize for that. So we're gonna kind of skip over that
We've really kind of covered number 2 is what you're saying?
no, we haven't.
Okay, we're gonna go to,
Because we have to, we're gonna go to number 3 and then come back to number 2.
okay.
My netbook blew up, I had to do this on a different computer. Of course, I didn't realize my netbook blew up till 5:30 this morning.
Must be Mirror Lake, because my computer's not functioning. I have no no internet.
Well, we have our plan, and now we have, I think we're now at the juncture where we have to sit down with SMP and BAUEN and say, okay, looking at preliminary numbers, how are we going to pursue with this, and to see where we are for a dollars and cents point of view. And I think we have to do this in a timely manner. What's a good day to meet? When do people have open? If I call them up to try to schedule a meeting?
I'm pretty much open. I just,
Monday afternoons, Tuesdays,
Tuesdays are bad for me.
Thursday.
7 a.m.
Thursday afternoon. Thursday afternoon is not good for me because I film, but I can always get someone to do that, I think.
So we did a Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoon.
Oh, Wednesdays.
I can
Up to
swing.
Wednesday, yeah. You
Okay.
can avoid it.
The next couple of Mondays, I'm not gonna be here.
Right, Christie really shouldn't be doing this.
I don't mind, you know, it's a day that I'm here.
What about Thursdays?
Thursday's okay.
All right, so why don't you shoot for Thursday? And I'll see if I
Looking at
can't put.
afternoon or
Yeah.
morning.
You say you can't do it in the afternoon?
Well, I can get someone to film. It's a 10-minute shoot. Sure I can get someone to cover that.
Morning is best, but I will tell you that next Thursday I'm available and the following two I am not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try for next Thursday. Because I'm
And
gonna,
morning is easiest for me.
Thursday afternoon, Target.
The Friends of the Library are meeting next Thursday at 2:30.
If we're doing it in the morning, we're good.
I say 8 o'clock Thursday morning will be done, and then
Thursday AM, okay.
Let me just double check.
They probably can't,
They
They
might
won't
not
like
be able
that.
to get here.
well, they could, but they won't like it.
Who's that?
Driving up from Concord to be here at 8.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, they could, just,
Well, we'll see if we can do it as early as possible in the morning. And after that meeting, I think that we have to sit down with the selectmen. I have not looked at the video of the selectmen's meeting on Monday, but they alluded to the fact that they would like to know where we are, and obviously we want to know let them know where we are, and to discuss this funding in a further, for SMP on a further basis. So I will try and schedule a work session with them, depending upon what their schedules are. In a perfect world, I would try and get in to see them to let them know what's going on next Monday morning when they have their meeting, but I have to be in Boston for an MRI with my wife, so I cannot do that. Unless other people would like to go and represent them, but,
Next Monday?
well, they have a meeting next Monday morning, their regular meeting. But I'd like to, dedicate enough time to the subject so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle with their other regular business.
Right.
well, wouldn't you want to wait until after next Thursday?
Well, yes, I do.
then?
Yeah.
But they alluded they wanted to see us, okay, the next time that they have a meeting next Monday, but they don't have a meeting the following Monday.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna have to try and,
So do they have one in 2 weeks?
well, I'm sure they do, but
21st?
I'd rather have a
No,
work
it'll
session
be up, yeah,
than be part of the
28th.
meeting.
Gordon,
Sir?
I might be mistaken, but I think they said they would, I might be making this up, but I know they often have work sessions on Fridays, so they
Okay,
may be willing to meet with you next
Okay.
Friday.
well, I will get in touch with them. Thank you for that.
I do that a lot too.
A week from Friday. And that's all I had. Anything on our whole business? Anything else anybody has on their mind this morning? For those of you who have not seen it, by the way, in addition to the site plans that SMP have sent us, which is up on the website, there is also a kind of a flyover. This is when I mentioned to you, Skip, that I could not, it was a
Christie
zip.
showed it to him.
It's a zipped file. We have not been able to figure out how to unzip it to put it up on the website, but if anybody cares to look at it, it's pretty nice, actually.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll pass around the table here.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah,
animation.
yeah.
A drone?
Oh, you got your solar
if you
panels
had
on
a
as
drone,
well.
yes, one that can fly through trees too, as you'll see.
Yeah.
I like the bird shadows, those are my
I know.
favorite.
Oh, yeah, and the bird shadow,
And
So,
the
of course,
dog, I
here's
like
the
the
original
dog.
font.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, oh, we
We
saw
turn the
this
corner.
on, I saw this on your computer, that's when I said I didn't mind it much.
Is-
So that's the new file entry right
Yeah,
there.
right, Very cool.
Swoops around.
Go behind the
Fancy
leaves.
cars.
Yeah.
This is the entrance to the meeting room,
Oh, yeah, all right.
a separate entrance. Little storage in the
Yeah.
back there.
Those things are good for solar panels.
I love
Yeah.
the solar
Mhm.
panels.
Yeah, me too, that's my favorite
Yeah,
thing.
that's a great idea.
That's a transition, keeps the brick.
Yeah, this is the
Mhm.
existing
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
right where we are right now.
Yeah.
so.
So they're not gonna get rid of that then?
Get rid of what, I'm sorry?
Well, I was thinking if they remodel, they'd wanna get rid of some of those appendages that the old building has on, but I always do that.
Well, there's a bow window out there, which is gonna have to have something done with it
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Is that something that you were gonna try to get on the website?
well, we're trying to, as soon as we figure out how to
Unzip
how to unzip it
Uh,
and then load it up to, I mean, I couldn't
We tried-
open it up on an iPad in its original form. I had to download another app.
Right.
It's too big to email, it's too big to put on a stick, it's too,
Yeah.
I gotta talk to Anthony and find out. how
Is
to
it
do
on a
that.
CD or?
No, they send it to us in a
Yeah.
Dropbox file.
Well, as soon as we figure it out, we'll put that up on the website because I think that picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Would you mind sending me that Dropbox link and I might be able to
Let me
help
talk
you
to him
out.
and, yeah, thanks for the offer, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Or I could,
Put it
on your computer, help you out, you
Okay,
know.
that'd be cool.
Cause Max might be able to upload it to YouTube, and then you could access it.
Yeah, because that's some kind of video or something.
mhm.
Good. Next meeting, when is that? September or early? You want
Yeah,
it-
we're doing it,
Oh, that's right.
We're doing it early.
yeah, it's a week early.
It's the 7th.
September 7th?
Oh, man, is it? Damn.
You've got an issue?
Oh, there's a rally meeting that morning.
What are we running around?
That's the Rochester area libraries.
Oh,
What do you want to?
And
Well,
we
you
only
wanna do it a
meet
different
quarterly.
day?
Oh, I had us down at the 14th, is that not right?
No.
no, the 14th, remember I was in California, I was in,
Right.
I'm in Denver.
Okay, well, I don't have, I don't have to go to rally.
Well, let me just pull up the calendar. I leave, I'm gone pretty much that whole week.
Oh, the whole week?
Well, we have Boston medical stuff on the 11th, and then,
But, I mean, I could do like either Wednesday the 6th in the morning, or,
What about Thursday, the 31st of August? What about
well, I
that?
won't have any, you won't have a treasurer's report.
Well, I mean,
Or any statistics.
Right.
no,
well,
No.
if the 7th work, if the 7th doesn't work, we can do it the 6th.
The 7th is okay, I don't have to go to rally. It's all right.
Oh, Christine.
That's fine, it's fine, I really don't.
Okay, then we'll leave it as the 7th. Okay?
no. Well, before we adjourn, I just really feel like I want to say how I feel about this and explain a little bit about my voting. I am very frustrated, as I'm sure we all are, about these, we keep pushing this back and back and back. I was hoping by now we would have a price from SMP, and now we don't even have a price from SMP, and now we're paying them more money. And it's just, I just want people, and particularly if this goes out on the airwaves, I want people to understand, I'm not trying to be obnoxious, but I am very frustrated because every step of the way, something else comes up and throws a roadblock in our path. And I understand this, I understand the laws, and that the selectmen can't vote that way. But it seems to me that we just keep acquiescing and acquiescing and acquiescing, and I want to represent the people that have voted so many times to do something.
Well, we
and-
should have
and now,
we should have prices soon,
well,
okay?
you know, Skip came and brought us the plan that started this whole process again, and I was pretty excited when he brought it in here. And I was hoping that we would be moving much more quickly and forward. And I know you don't want to hear me say this again, but I would like to see a meeting of the whole town, just a general meeting, opened up to the public to discuss what we've done so far and have people understand where we're at. And see if we have support for an addition, and do we have support for a new library? What would people really like to have happen?
Well,
And I don't know whether I was hoping that we'd have figures so we could talk to
When we get the
them.
figures, that's why I want to sit down with them and say, I want to see what their figures are. If the figures are high, how we're going to lower them. If the figures are good, if they're good. But once a figure is established, it really doesn't change much from people's minds. Okay, we can say it's, pick a number, $1.5 million. Well, if it comes out as $1.5 million, then all of a sudden it's going to be $1.5 million no matter what we do. Whether we choose to, is that a good number, is that a bad number? I want to make sure the number that we present is a number that we want to run with, which is why I think we have to sit down and meet with these guys. So, that's just my opinion.
No, I understand that that's your opinion. I was hoping that we would be at that point, at this point, and I am very frustrated that we have not been able to get there. And I want to, I'm like sitting at home waiting for the next bomb to drop in our paths. Well, what are we going to do now? Because now someone else has come up with this other little plan.
Mhm.
You know, or they've got researched town records and you know, I mean,
Well,
as you well know, I've said this 1,000 times over. I feel like we've been kicked in the pants by being told that we could never do an addition, and now all of a sudden we can do an addition, which is great.
That's why I
But-
have to say that I
Yes.
don't understand never attending any of these meetings. That totally
well,
We have different architects that looked at the plan. They saw things that the other architects didn't see. So
Right.
that's the explanation.
The,
That's simple.
the
Here's
wetlands
the
were not
explanation.
drawn to
The original
scale.
wetlands survey, you can, is this,
Mhm.
okay?
Right.
This architect, it's not to scale.
Right,
The current architect took the wetlands plan and laid it over the topographical map.
right.
Okay, here's where the library was in the original wetlands delineation, and here's where the wetland area was right behind the library. Okay?
Mhm.
Here's where the library actually is, here's where the wetland area actually is. Okay? And the other piece of this is that
Yeah.
when this wetlands delineation was done, it was already kind of moot because the selectmen had come to the trustees and said they would fully support a new building. Then when then this came out and it looked like we couldn't do an addition anyway, this whole thing just went away
Yeah.
because we didn't think we could have that an addition would be possible. But it is.
that goes back long.
This is 2006.
If we come in with $1.5 million, and we get a police station for $1 million, then we're getting both of the large infrastructure projects solved for what just the library would cost. And I think the town,
Less than what.
I think the town would
You will,
recognize that as a real positive.
What confidence is there that a new police station will be $1 million? I believe that when I see it.
Well, this was the number that was developed by the police study committee. Maybe that's high, who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, all this looks real positive, and I want to say I'm really glad you guys decided to fund this, because I'm getting tired of all this confrontation and who said what and trying to go back and forth and creating divisions.
Bingo.
It's great just to go ahead, fund the thing. If you want to go to Selectmen and say, hey, what, you know, I mean, I don't know who on the trustees, if they got legal counsel from someone to parse things to this point, but
They
they're
did.
certainly not
Yes.
helping. I can't understand why legal counsel can't say the intent. The intent
Right.
was clear. And go ahead and allow things to go forward. But to do, and I think this is just another symptom of what's plaguing us, is we get you get an expert that wants to parse things and create divisions. I don't know, they're not constructive in
That's
helping the town.
not going away.
As I say, it was, we had the spirit of the law and the letter of the law, they
Yeah.
followed the letter of the law, and I
Yeah, that's
can't
fine.
agree with that, but that's.
Well, anyway, I'm really glad that you took the actions you did, and it would be nice to get some, but it sounds to me, when I did watch the tape, and it sounds like Chip Albee is very adamant about getting some sort of competitive bidding on this. I think he's getting things confused with his experience at the nursing home regarding the architects, because the architects were vetted, the decision was made. Even at the nursing home, it's a completely separate issue. The architects that designed the nursing home versus the commercial contractor that built it. So I understand his want to get more commercial contractors involved in the bidding process, makes sense. If we're going to not walk into another obstacle, then I've got a half a dozen commercial contractors out there that you guys can get. I can give you their names, and you can give them to SMP and see if they're interested in doing this. And then when you meet with the selectmen, maybe we have, you know, we speed things up a little bit. But if Andre's, you know, I mean, I like Andre's a nice guy and all that, but if his numbers, you know, if we've got a selectman that's dead set on wanting to see competitive bidding, then we're gonna have to at least anticipate that. And
Well, we'll cross that one at that time.
Yeah,
go
Okay,
ahead.
there's the other bomb skip, you
Yeah.
know?
okay then.
Wait.
Have you seen the letter that the trust fund trustees sent to the selectmen?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
All right, that's all.
okay. Motion to adjourn.
So moved, those in favor?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
You
you.
can do this if you really